Hello, welcome to everyone in this video. This is our lecture number 16. 15 lectures are covered to solve the problem, that is the thermal physics. Two books actually we covered. First one is the thermal physics by Garbansal Ghosh and second one is the thermal physics by Roy Gupta. Okay, this is the part 8 of this book and the rest of the lecture consists of the solution of that book Roy Gupta, right? So if you want to watch the previous lecture, you can go through the description box, link are given there. And there are also a different playlist for the theoretical part of this thermal physics. You can also refer to the description box. In this video I want to discuss the question, that is chapter 4, that is the basic concept of thermodynamics, chapter 4 of this book, from question number 1 to question number 9. Last lecture we discussed the problems asked in this chapter of this book. So let's start with question number 1, which says that calculate the pressure of air in a vessel being evacuated. So this is a vessel you need to evacuate as a function of evacuation time. So this is the function, the pressure is a function of time. The volume of vessel V and initial pressure P is not. P naught is the pressure, V is volume. The process is assumed to be isothermal. The process is isothermal. Evacuate rate C, independent of pressure. The evacuation rate is the nothing but the volume being evacuated per second. So C is nothing by dV dt. So C is dV dt, and you know PV equals to RT for ideal gas. So P, if you derivative with respect to time, so dP dt into V, RP dV dt equal to 0 because temperature is constant, right? Sorry. So dV dt is nothing by C. So rearranging then, and if you integrating for at t equal to 0, pressure is P naught, at t equals to T, pressure is P. So you will be get, find out this relation P equal to P naught exponential minus Ct by V. Clear? Go to the next one. Next question says, using the problem number 4.2, result of problem 4.2, which already discussed in previous lecture, the alpha and the beta are like that. So the temperature beta T of the van der Waals gas equation greater than that of ideal gas. So you need to showing that this is for this is greater than that for in ideal gas. So that for ideal gas this is 1 by T. You need to find prove that this is less than T. But from this relation I cannot approach this relation. If anyone can find this relation, you must comment in the comment box. Go to the next one. Using equations 4.27, that is this equation, and the fact that dv is an exact differential, prove that this relation. So from here you will be find dv equals to like that, and v is the function of pressure and time. So dv can be written as like that, that is the partial derivative with respect to pressure, that into dp, and partial derivative with respect to temperature, that into temperature. So if you compare this 1 and 2, you can easily find out the coefficient of dp are equal and coefficient of dt are equal. So coefficient of dp are equal, that means del v del t at constant temperature is nothing but minus beta t v, and the del v del t at constant pressure is nothing but alpha v. So if you just again derivative, this is with again derivative is to temperature, you will be get this one, and this is with respect to pressure, you will be get that one. So these two are equal, you know, so this must be equal. So from where you can easily find out this relation. Simple. Next one. Calculate the values of isobaric volume expansibility and isothermal compressibility of 1 mole of perfect gas at STP. So isobaric volume expansibility, that is beta, which is nothing but 1 by V del T at constant pressure. So you know the PV equals to RT. So P del V del T at constant pressure equal to R. So this is nothing but R by P. So if you put this value PV equals to RT, so this is 1 by T. Just before we discuss here also, this is 1 by T. So if you put this value of T, you will be get the value of alpha, right? This is the value of alpha. And isothermal compressibility, this is volume expansibility, and this is isothermal compressibility. Compressibility is alpha. Oh, sorry, this is beta. This is beta, and this is volume expansibility. Okay, okay. I think beta and alpha is denoting here is the opposite as I denote in previous. So this is alpha, no problem. This is alpha, and isothermal compressibility taken as beta T. Sorry, this is beta T. Correct. So this is taken as alpha. That's why I did not problem solve this problem. Okay, okay, okay. I just correct this one. So alpha is nothing but alpha So you can see here alpha is this one, that is 1 by v del t, that is 1 by t. So this is alpha, this is 1 by t alpha, that is no problem, alpha prime you can see. So so you need to take that is alpha here. So if you consider the alpha, sorry, so if you consider alpha here, so del v cube r v cube r t v cube minus 2 a v, like that. Okay, 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 I will be try later this one. I think this notation will be interchanged here. Just check one, just check this. uh, okay, I will be discussed later if I can solve this problem, right? So this is alpha beta, this is the solution, and you can see, so beta t is nothing but minus 1 by v del p at constant t. So this will be the answer. Next question says the equation of state of elastic substance, this T is the tension and theta is the temperature, T is the tension and theta is the temperature, K is constant, L0 is the initial value. So that isothermal Young's modulus will be like that. So Young's modulus formula is nothing but, you know, Y equals to F by A delta L by L. So this can be written as this can be written as L by A, and this is del F by del L. Okay, del F by del L. This can be written as like that, L by A del T by L. Okay. So you know this t equals to like that. If you derivative with respect to L at constant theta, you will be get this one. Put this value, you can easily find out this Young's modulus. Now at zero tension, this will gives you L equals to n naught. So if you put this value L equals to n naught in this expression, you can easily find out Y equals to 3k theta by A. Right. Go to the next one. Two thermally insulated vessel V1 and V2 filled with air. So if you consider these two vessels which are filled with air, this is 1, this is 2, connected by a short tube equipped with a valve. This is a valve, right? The volume of the vessel and pressure of temperature is like that, V1 P1 T1, and this is V2 P2 T2. Calculate the air temperature and pressure, establish the opening of the valve. If you open this valve, what will be the pressure, temperature and volume? You can see if you open this valve, the pressure will be the same, so that's why you write at P, and the temperature will be same, but volume can be taken as V1 and V2. Clear? Now the mole number, if you take this is n1, changes into n1 prime, and the mole number n2 is changes into n2 prime, and the corresponding internal energy u1 of this vessel changes into u1 prime, and the corresponding internal energy of vessel 2 is u2 changes into u2 prime. So if you consider this one, that is the total mole is conserved because there is no opening, this total system is isolated in terms of that is the closed system actually. So you can say that is the n1 plus n2 equal to n1 prime plus n2 prime, total mole number is conserved, and you know pv equals to nRT, pv equals to nRT. So what is the value of n? Pv by RT. What is the value of n? Pv by RT. So p1 v1 by RT1, and this is p2 v2 by RT2. Similarly for this one, here you can see that is p v1 by RT, and this is p v2 by RT. So you can see here this r cancel out everywhere, and if rest one is p1 v1 by t1 and p2 v2 by t2, and there is p v1 plus v2 by t, right? Now if you consider the energy conservation, internal energy of the before opening the valve and after opening the valve, this energy will be constant. So u equals to nothing but nct, ncvt. Cv is the specific heat capacity. So first one is n1 cvt1 and n2 cvt2, because the gas is same, so say this will be the same cv. In that case this one, so you can see cv is cancel out, and n1 is nothing but p1 v1 by rt1, n2 is this like n1 prime p v1 rt, and this one you can see t1 t1 t2 t2 tt cancel out, remaining will be like that. From where you can easily find out the pressure, common pressure, that is after opening the valve. After opening the valve, the pressure will be like that, that is p1 v1 plus p2 v2 by p1 v1 plus v2, and the corresponding temperature can be find out from this equation number 1. You can put this value of t You can put this value of T here, you can easily find out the temperature of this system. So this is the temperature and this one in the pressure of the after opening the valve. Go to the next one. Calculate minimum attainable pressure of the ideal gas during the process governed by this this is relation. You need to find out the minimum pressure. So you know the minimum means at the minimum the first derivative will be 0, and you can see that pressure will be like that, P equal to RT, so P equal to RT by V and T equals to given here. So P equals to like that. So dP dV at volume is the variable. So this will be 0 at the minimum value. So if you put this value 0, if V will be like that root under T0 by alpha. So if you put this value in this expression, V equal to put this value in this expression, the P minimum will be obtained like that. Go to the next one. A thick surrounding cover of invar whose expansibility and compressibility are almost negligible. It's very approximately alpha equals to like that and beta equals to like that. Here the alpha and beta actually taken in the opposite. Okay, so this take as alpha and this is beta. So this is alpha and this is beta. Notation is interchange, no problem. So this is alpha, this is beta. So actually I say this is the opposite. Actually alpha beta notation actually opposite. Okay, so this is the final for in case of alpha beta. So this is nothing but the value of alpha by beta. Alpha by beta T equal to 45 10 to the power 5. Okay, this is the concept. The notation actually different. So you can see this is P minus P naught, T minus T naught equals to like that. So P equals to P naught plus this one, right down here, and you know 1 atmosphere equals to that's Newton per meter square. So finally if you take this as taken as 1, the answer will be 361 atmospheric pressure. And the next one was that temperature is 303, temperature equal to 303. In the same expression put this value, this actually alpha by beta T, notation is interchanged. So this is the 136. So here also beta T by alpha, beta T by alpha, beta T by alpha, notation is interchanged. So finally you can this is beta T because this temperature, right? This is the right notation, right notation. Okay, so put this value 300 and P equals to 10 to the power 8 Newton per meter square. So you need to take 1 atmospheric into the Newton per meter square value T0 here and T. So T can be find out easily. Correct. Go to the next one. The resistance of a carbon resistor related to temperature through the relation. So A plus B log R equals to log R by T whole to the power half. If A and B are given, calculate temperature. You need to find out the temperature. You need to find out the temperature for R equals to this one. So from here you can see if you whole square both side, you will be get this one. So T equal to nothing but this one. If you put this value A, B and R, you can easily find out this 5 Kelvin. Clear? I think clear. If there is any doubt, you must comment in the comment box. This is all about me. This is my contact detail. You can connect with me with this Telegram channel, and there is online platform. And this is my YouTube channel details. Go to this channel, you will be get different physical related video, and if you learn something from this video, you like this session, share this video, and subscribe this channel if you new in this channel, and press the bell icon to get notification after videos. So take care. Sorry. Take care. We'll meet in the next video as soon as possible. Thank you.